Okay, let's go. Wait, my name's Simone. I ain't no clone. Yeah. Okay, let's stop. Hello, guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Y'all just don't know how long I've been wanting to start this. Like, I've been talking about this for like definitely the past 2 years for sure. Probably like sooner than that too. Like, you can ask all my friends. Like, they know. Like, I'm just always talking about like my YouTube channel. I'm gonna start it. And I'm actually starting it now. So, But hello and welcome, guys. This is my channel. Welcome to the tribe. Okay, so like on my like first video, I kind of just want to talk about like adulting, like what is adulting, what is a 20-something-year-old, what is a 20-something-year-old, you know what I'm saying? But yes, so like adulting basically is that whole process of just like having to like reparent yourself. You really have to reparent yourself and restructure your life essentially. And whoo, boy, they don't tell you how hard that is, okay? Having to rediscipline yourself and give yourself that structure again like your parents gave you when you were kids. Because I will say, whoo, so it's definitely one of the first few lessons that I have been learning as my 20-something. Like reparenting, basically you have to like, you gotta be your own parent. Just like how your parents be like, yeah, don't stay out too late. Oh, don't eat too much. That's too much sugar. Don't do this. That's too much. You know, this and that. And we used to hate our parents. Be like, oh, mom, you're just nagging. So I don't know why I did a deep voice for that. But we used to be like, oh, mom, you're just nagging. Like, whatever. I can do this and that. But listen. My first year out from underneath my mom's, like moving out from my mom's house, like being away from home, I learned some quick lessons. You can't just do that. You can't just buy all you want because you gotta make sure, like, you know, you have enough to cover your essentials basically, and then you can splurge. Yes. And also too, like another thing I really feel is really important when you're in this process of like adulting is definitely giving yourself grace and patience because I saw this one TikToker, Sydney Noir. I love her. But basically, she was kind of saying how, like, when you enter the adult world, you kind of, like, your age kind of resets. So, like, you may be 20, but you're kind of, like, zero as an adult, you know? And so, like, I'm 21, so I guess I'm like, 1 years old in, like, adult world. And so, like, I'm only one. What do you expect a 1-year-old to know? You know, not too much, right? So that's how you kind of have to give that same like mentality, that same like mindset to yourself when you're like in the process of like, adulting and trying to like be an adult because it's hard. You're gonna have your mess ups. Everyone does. It's really a part of life, you know. And that's how you grow. And that's how you become the person you want to be, you know. So yes, definitely just having to remind yourself that, be like, hey, yes, I'm 21, but I'm only 1 years old in adult years. So like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. Shit. You know? So that's definitely something I've been trying to remind myself and give myself like just like a lot of grace and just patience, you know what I'm saying? Whew, yes. And also too, also just kind of have some like compassion for yourself too. Like, cause you're the only person who really knows what you're going through day in and day out. You see the ups and downs, you see everything. And so just how if someone else were to come to you with like the same problems, same issues, you would tell them, oh, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it. You got this. And so you just gotta have that same, treat yourself the same way, you know, give yourself that same love and compassion. Yeah. And I would say like your 20s is a very like to me I feel like your 20s is a very like magical chapter in your life. I feel this is really where like you're kind of coming into like a sense of your own. You're really finding yourself, your place in this world, and you're just trying to figure out the rules of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because I will say like when you start your 20s, or really just even after graduation, like high school graduation, you're just kind of thrown into this adult world, and like this adult world, oh my gosh, it's scary. Like, woo, Chili had to hold me to my pearls, okay? That's not something I usually say. My coach used to say it all the time. But yes, I had to hold into my pearls because listen, baby, I was thrown into the sharks. Okay, I feel like we all have been thrown into the sharks. Okay, especially like our generation, the Zillennials. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, Zillennials. That's like basically, I think we were born from like 1998 to like 2004, like we're millennials. Hey guys, I just want to come in here real quick and do a quick little correction. So actually the millennials, it's from the early 1990s to the early 2000s. That's like the time period for the millennials. Yeah. All right guys, back to the video. You know, in that little gray area, millennials. I love it. But yeah, I definitely feel like we were just kind of thrown into this adult world. There was no guy, no nothing. Like it's just like, oh, you're an adult. Here you go. Here's some adult problems, and it's like, whoa. When I was like my late teens, y'all didn't want to like ease me in or try to like ease me in. But it's okay. It's okay. We are here. We're here and we're thriving. We're gonna continue to thrive. Okay. But yes, I definitely do feel like adulting though is a very like it's a tough process. It's very tough because as an adult you have to provide for yourself, pay all your bills, get money to pay all your bills, stay fit, stay active, take care of your mental health. Still you want to hang out with friends and you also want to do things, see the world and all that, and then you have school on top of that if you're in school, and that's a whole nother ordeal, okay? Woo! Woo! Listen, trying to find that balance, it's hard. It's hard. And then you also have to worry about credit and all this other stuff. We definitely get more into that as we go on. And then also too, I feel like when you're making friends as an adult, boy, making friends as an adult is so different. Like it's really just like a different process, Because I feel like as kids, like you don't really care that much. You just make friends. It's so much easier. But I will say, as adults, we kind of have like walls built up, and we've been kind of more like more has just happened, and so we definitely have more like walls. We have different personas we like to put on, and it's a different process, okay? And for the most part, I feel like most people do have like their friendships already kind of like solidified, so it's harder making new friends because it's just like, oh well, I kind of already have some friends. I don't need any more. But it's still just definitely a tricky process. But I really do feel like being in your 20s is just like a really transformative, magical chapter of your life. I feel like it's really like this when stuff like it gets hot, it gets interesting. And then like your 30s, you kind of like I wouldn't say you cool down, but I feel like it's a little more like relaxed because I mean I feel like you kind of go big in your 20s. Like it's really kind of like your first sense of like freedom. You're out from underneath your parents' house, out from underneath their rules. You really can kind of just establish yourself, do things you want to do, and really just like find who you are. And definitely, we're going to also kind of talk about like self discovery, tips to get in tune with yourself, how to find yourself, how to stay grounded. I'm a really spiritual person, so that's definitely going to be, you're going to see a really strong influence in that, in my work, in my content. But yes, I definitely do feel like your 20s it's meant for all that. And that's what we're going to be talking about all that on here. Okay? But yeah, that's what I honestly feel like adulting is. And like when you're like in your like early 20s is really just kind of about like reparenting and like redisciplining yourself and just trying to relearn like, hey, you can't do that, girl. you know? But yes, so I definitely do feel like our early 20s is like all about that, and like also too moving out of your house, moving out of your hometown. That's gonna be my next video. We're gonna talk all about that. So I'm not gonna get too deep on that one. We're gonna say that for next week's video. But yeah, but next week I'll be talking about like moving out, the woes and the no's, and just experiencing like being away from home and how that is and what it's been like for me. So, okay, well, guys, that's the end of my video. Thank y'all for watching so much and for like tuning in. And please stay tuned in because I just have some more great content to share with y'all. And like, I just see like this channel growing. It's gonna go so many places. So please stay tuned in for the evolution. Stay here and be like, yeah, I've been a fan of Simone Brock since the very beginning. Like, I've been a real fan since #1. Like, don't y'all want to get to say that? I know you do. So just stay tuned in, and you're going to see more. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye. Yeah!